my wife and I have had this discussion over the last 3 months when we've been up north at our cabin in Minden, Ontario. And the whole thing, it seems that 20% of the time, our conversations were around 80% of the annoying people in our lives. Like
only 20% of the time.
Yeah, but we were putting a really solid 20% of our time talking about 80% of stuff that didn't matter.
So if you simply get rid of that 80% of the stuff that doesn't matter from your life,
eliminate the people?
Well, just like take on a new attitude towards them or something. But yeah, there, you know, we were talking about recreation. I'm creeping over to your side.
You're creeping in the creepery.
Out, so
yeah, look at the red dot in the monitor. You can tell.
If you were to think about what are the 20% of the things in your life that stop you from having more fun, like I could absolutely tell you right now that spending 2 hours manicuring a lawn, cutting the lawn,
your nails.
Whatever it is, that's not something that I get a lot of pleasure out of. And I could absolutely, I was saying it.
Well, imagine if you had to cut your lawn with nail scissors.
Yeah, there you go.
Much worse.
But there's definitely things in my life that I can think of that are getting in the way of me having more recreation time, more pleasure, more having fun, right?
Yeah.
So it's worth analyzing that and go, well, how can I either avoid it or get someone else to do it or just stop doing it or whatever it is? What in your life? What else? Where are the things that you're spending time? I know you have a ton of recreational time because you're just recreational.
Pretty much, yeah.
But is there anything that you can think of that you would like to cut out of your life or have someone else do?
These podcasts.
Yeah. All right, there you go.
Cut these out.
In fact, this is
hanging out with you. Cut all of that. Just go up to the cabin.
This is the 20%. This meets that 20%. The 20. If we think of all the tasks that we do in our business, this is a 20% task that gives us probably 80% of our enjoyment, though.
Well, yes. Well, while we're talking about that, it begs the question immediately: what is the 20% of your body that you spend 80% of your time washing?
That's so weird.
I just came up with that. A comic genius.
That would be hands.
Brilliant.
That would be hands. In fact, I was going to tell a story
Don't go to in fact.
No, I was going to talk about.
It's so freaking ominous.
I've got a.
That would be hands.
I'm going to say. I'm going to say it. It's funny. So you know how I will use ground beef and make like my own hamburger mixture or whatever, and I do that with my bare hands, and then I spend all my freaking time cleaning up between
in the
tasks because I've got beef grease on my hands. So I use my elbow to turn on the hot water, put some soap on my hands, get the grease off, wash it. So yesterday I'm on a Zoom call. I'm on a Zoom call with a bunch of my friends.
Yeah, here's Ollie.
Ollie wants to come up.
Here with his Uncle Mike.
Yes. So I'm on a Zoom call and a bunch of my friends, we're chatting. It's a business related call. And one guy, he starts multitasking. And I notice that he appears to be in his kitchen prepping some food. And I realize he takes his hands and they're in the frame now. And he's got those transparent, disposable
doctor gloves. Yeah.
No, not doctor. Like, you know, the ones you get at the grocery store or whatever. Just there. Yeah. And I go, it's worth the price of admission right there. I've been wasting all this time cleaning my hands because I've been touching raw beef. I could just buy a box of those freaking gloves. There's your 80-20 principle applied to cooking.
I am not convinced that that's 80-20.
I don't know.
I just hear it as a bad choice.
I can eliminate 80% of the washing my hands time in the kitchen.
Yes.
Anyway, it was a really funny thing because I go, oh, why am I not using those? I'm an idiot. And he was laughing so hard because it's like obvious that he's probably been doing it for 20 years. Okay, let's move on from recreation. Where do you want to go next? I'll let you choose.
He's talking about shoving his hands in beef,
yeah,
putting on gloves, and he said, "No, let's move away from recreation. That's just pointless. Okay, with the beef and the gloves. Well, let's stop discussing high-powered firearms."